Hello everyone, this is Bernice from Temple Road of Shalom and the Women of TRS. I'm here to talk to you today about one of my favorite recipes for Passover. You guessed it, chocolate macaroons. Chocolate macaroons are the most easiest thing to make. You don't have to buy those canned macaroons ever again. And guess what? They taste better. So let me tell you about these macaroons. About 6 years ago, the Women of TRS decided to do a cookbook. And we asked everybody to send in recipes. Well, none other than Beth Silver sent in her recipe for chocolate macaroons. So today I'm going to share that recipe with you. And I'm also going to show you what it looks like on the tray before it's baked and afterwards. And let's taste them virtually. And then I'll tell you whether you should be making these immediately. And I'm also going to tell you some substitutions because I didn't have some of the ingredients. Well, I didn't have almost the ingredients. But anyway, let me tell you about the recipe. So the recipe calls for 4 egg whites. Now, I didn't have regular egg whites. I had the ones that were in the container, the ones I showed you when I made the other recipe yesterday. This is made with 4 egg whites, 1 cup of sugar, and 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips melted. And 8 ounces or 10 ounces, 8 to 10 ounces of unsweetened coconut. Depends on how coconutty you want it to taste. Well, guess what? I didn't have any chocolate chips. Especially I didn't have any semi-sweet ones in my house. But I do have Trader Joe's, that bar of Trader Joe's bittersweet chocolate. Well, I like chocolate anyway that's a little bitter. So, I decided, let me sub that. And don't be afraid to substitute things. Maybe you have milk chocolate in your house and you want to make it a different taste. That's okay too. Just cut the sugar a little bit, okay? Anyway, so what you do is you preheat your oven for 375. You grease the cookie sheet, or you do like I do. And if you have a Silipat, you can put that on top of the cookie sheet and you don't have to worry about greasing anything because it doesn't stick. You beat the egg whites. Now, let me tell you about container egg whites. They can't be used for meringue, but they can be used to be used in this recipe because I beat the eggs till they're frothy, and that's exactly what happened with my electric mixer. And then I added the sugar, which was as I said, a cup of sugar. And then I added the coconut, and then I added the melted chocolate. I melted it in the microwave. I have a button that says melt, and then it tells me about the type of the chocolate I had. Well, I only had 11 ounces of chocolate, but because it was bittersweet, I thought it wouldn't matter. And guess what? The batter looks just as it usually does. So don't be afraid to substitute things. Try. You never know. You might turn out with either a limited edition or a fantastic creation. Anyway, so let me show you the tray, what it looks like when I put it in, before I put it into the oven. And afterwards, I'll show you what it looks like too. Oh, by the way, when you put it in the oven, you put it and bake it only for 10 minutes. 10 to 12. My oven is a fast oven, so I know 10 minutes is appropriate time. You bake it just until they become set because you want them to be chewy. You want macaroons to be chewy. You don't want them to be hard. A little bit hard on the outside, but chewy on the inside. So let me show you what it looks like on a tray before it goes into the oven. Then I'll show you what it looks like after I've baked them. And then together, you can see me taste my end results. So let me show you what it looks like. This is the tray, and that's how far apart you space them, which is about 2 inches apart. Before you put it into the oven, you want to make sure that if they do spread, you don't want them to go upon each other. This is what they look like when they come fully baked. They're just a little bit darker, no, actually lighter. I guess what happens is that it makes it become a little lighter from the eggs. But let's taste them and see if they're just as good as I usually make them. At these times, sometimes you have to substitute and you have to be willing to substitute things and be willing to try new things, new recipes. So here goes. Well, I gotta tell you something. Not only are they crispy on the outside, but they're unbelievably chewy on the inside. Do I have chocolate on my face? Oh, I hope not. Anyway, this is Bernice Peraza signing off and telling you that you too can bake, you too can cook, you too can do anything you want to. This is your time to try. So if you want some help, just give me a call or email me. I'll be willing to send you any recipes or any help. I'm there for you. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye.